Hello folks, welcome back to the channel and another episode of doing stuff to my Hyper. It's the same day continuing from my failed heel tech gear indicator install video. I got the quick shift installed, but not the gear indicator. If you've not seen that video yet, it's either before this one or maybe it will be after this one, depends how we get going. Anyway, so today's the next job is fitting these bad boys. That's a set of OZ racing rims. I picked these up second hand for a very good price. Yep, you've guessed it, from my mate Supwut. I'm telling you, he's the boy in Thailand. If you've got a Ducati, especially a Hypermotard, and you need parts, he's the man to speak to. I'll put links to his Facebook and that in the description below. So if you are needing parts, get in touch with him. He speaks good English. He'll get you sorted out with whatever parts you need. I mean, whatever parts you need. Like I say, almost everything I've put on this bike came from him. And mostly second hand for quite reasonable prices as well. So anyway, to put them on, I will need to, I think I'm probably going to have to take the exhaust off. I might get away with it, but I think it'll just be easier. It's, what is it, it's one bolt there, and then loosen the clamp at the bottom underneath, flip the end can off. At the same time, I'll get the hugger done. So I've got the carbon hugger sitting over here. If you remember from the previous videos, I couldn't get that on because I was waiting on, I didn't have the socket to fit this. So I've got a socket to fit that now. So I'll get the front, the rear done first. That should be quite quick. Exhaust off, change the hugger, wheel on, hopefully. Hopefully I've got a windy gun, an air gun. Hopefully that's got enough power in it to get that wheel nut off. Because they're meant to be tight at 176 Newton meters, if I remember correctly, is what the spec is for tightening them. I think that's right. I've actually got the spec sheets here. I've got everything, all the torque settings and everything I need are there. I printed them off from the workshop manual because it was fed up. I constantly scrolling through it on my phone, so I printed off the pages I needed with all the torque settings. So I'm away to do that, and I'll get back to you once it's on. I'm not going to show you unbolting a wheel. It's quite simple. And then once the rear's done, it'll be onto the front. Obviously there's a wee bit more involved with the front. I think for the front, the calipers will probably have to come off to get the front wheel off, and then obviously change the discs and over, and the on the other side you've got the ring, the ABS ring. That'll need to get changed over as well. But I think that just comes off with the discs. I do have in this box here, I think it's in this box maybe, some Pro Bolt parts. This is stuff for other stuff. There you go. Titanium disc bolts. Disc bolt pack of 10 for Ducati. So they'll be going on. Why not gold, since it's gold wheels? A wee bit of gold. I know. Everyone, it's anodizing is kind of, or coloured bolts is 90s stuff, but why not? Right, anyway, I'm going to crack on. I'll get back to you in a bit. Bye bye. Right folks, rear wheel is on. I didn't have to take the exhaust off. I thought, I'll try it without taking the exhaust off. Rattled the nut off with a windy gun, and yeah, you could get the wheel off without, so it saved me a little job. So I've got the hugger on. One thing I did notice when doing the hugger is obviously the shoulder bolts for the original hugger being plastic and a lot thicker, there was a bit of play in it. So luckily I had some like rubber washers that in my stash, so I put them on, and that's got it all nice and tight. So yeah, wheels on, looks pretty good. CNC Racing hub nut, wheel nut, whatever you want to call it. So I've just got to torque this up. So it's 176, I've just checked. So fastener retaining shaft on rim side, 176 Newton meters. Now My torque wrench is in foot-pounds, so I've got a wee conversion here. Printing is not very good, but 176 Newton meters is 129.8 foot-pounds. So I've set my torque wrench to 130 foot-pounds. You probably can't see that, but it's set at 130. So yeah, just to torque it up. Obviously I'll have to put, because I'm going to have to probably try and get my foot on the brake and to stop the rear wheel turning and torque it at the same time, so I'm not going to be videoing it at the same time as well. What I am going to do though is I'm going to get some tape and put a bit of tape around the nut, around the wheel nut, so I don't get my fancy CNC racing wheel nut all scratched up straight away, hopefully. Right, so I'm away to attempt to do this on my own. Could be fun. This is where I could probably be doing with an extra person to put their foot on the back brake while I try and torque this up, but I'm on my own, so I'll give it a go. If not, I'll get it as tight as I can, and then I'll wait and get a hand later on for somebody else when they appear. Alright, speak to you in a bit once it's either tight or as tight as I can get it on my own. See ya. Right folks, rear wheel done. It wasn't too bad. Foot on the brake, the torque wrench managed to sort of, one foot there, stretch over, got it torqued up. Wasn't as bad as I thought. I did manage to get a couple of little scrapes, even though I taped it up. I still managed to get a couple of bloody scrapes on the wheel nut. Oh well, never mind. I kind of figured that would happen. I don't know how you'd be able to do that without scratching it. I don't know. So yeah, so the front one to do. Let's say the front one will be a bit more involved. Got to take the calipers off. Undo the bottom pinch bolts. Crash bobbins out, change the discs over, and all that, and then get that one on. Yeah, get that one on, and then that'll be the wheels done. But this looks alright if I say so myself. You know what I need now though, especially once the front one's on, because this is just a standard model and not an SP, because the 821 SP was never actually sold in Thailand, but you can get parts for them. So now, next thing is I'll need to get a set of SP forks, set of Olin's front forks, the gold, to match the wheels. But they will not be cheap, if I can find any, that is. But I'll get on the hunt, because yeah, it would certainly look better with the gold forks. Or I can get these ones. I could take these ones off and get them anodised to get them done at some point. Maybe that's an option, certainly an option, but we'll see. Anyway, right, I'm waiting to crack on, get this front done. It is absolutely roasting in here today. I've got the fan going, but it's not doing much good. I need a big fan in here, but then if I got a big fan, you wouldn't hear me. So anyway, enough waffling, crack on, get it done. Speak to you once it's done. Bye. I'm back folks, wheels are done, front and back. Looking pretty damn good if I do say so myself. That front wheel was a nightmare. The caliper bolts, my god, the original caliper bolts, so that's the original caliper bolts there. I had to use this to get them out. This breaker bar to get them out. I don't know who last had the calipers off, but wow, no need. So I've got new caliper bolts, titanium caliper bolts, gold, same as the titanium disc bolts, and they're all in, Loctited with the proper torque settings. All these titanium, it's all Pro Bolt. I got them all from Pro Bolt, so it's decent stuff. But yeah, and also typical, you have to take the pads to get the caliper off. You have to take the pads out, because even when you just take the bolts out, it doesn't come back. It comes back and just hits the rim, or the original rim. So I had to take the pads out and it gives you that bit of wiggle room to get the caliper out. So yeah, but that's it, wheels done. So yeah, let's say everything's torqued up to spec as per the Ducati workshop manual. What I probably will do is go for a run, get a few miles on it, and then just run round everything again, just double check everything. But let's say it's all Loctited and everything, so shouldn't be an issue. But yeah, I always just like to, you know, put a few miles on and then double check. So that's it from this one. I'm away to crack on. I've got more to do, but for you that'll be in the next video. So join me again in the next video, where I will be doing, if I can find it, it's in this box here. CNC Racing sprocket carrier thing. So there, change out the stock one, get a fancy one on, but that is the next video for you guys. So I'll leave you here. Peace out, people. Thanks for watching and all that, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy. Bye bye.